we're still with David Bernhardt here at the Innovation Alley podcast. Your hosts, Dan Blair, Mike Legary. Welcome back. Thanks for taking the time with us, David. We've had a really good chat so far. We've learned about the Big Dragon's Den win, the TwoCane, the new product that's come out of it with yourself and your partners. We've learned a bit about the story. That you're building it for passion, but I know there's a number of folks out there saying, well, wait a minute, it can't be that easy. There's got to be more to it. Let's talk about, the real nuts and bolts. If somebody wanted to have that idea, but they want to build it, they want to get it out, they want to get on Dragon's Den, how would you recommend them going about taking that idea and bringing it to the next level?
It's there's a lot of different ways. Part of it is, you can go spend 4 years in design school, 2 years building a prototype in shop, another 4 years developing your...
That's a horrible way of doing it.
Sounds like so
that's exactly what he did, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's a 10-year overnight success.
Exactly.
But in reality, it's taking your idea to market or even to the test market hasn't been easier. It hasn't been easier than it is today. I mean, with places like AscentWorks where you can come, you can meet with the community, everyone can help out. I mean, anytime I'm there, I'm showing people the product and what I'm working on, and I've never been hiding it in the corner. I've been sharing it with everyone, just because everyone there is too busy to steal your idea.
Everyone's working on their idea.
Exactly, but everyone will provide feedback and help out, and I've done the same. So, whether I'm doing injection molding or metal casting, there's people there who have done it who can help me out and even build contacts.
Yeah, so this is something we've been talking on a lot of shows about. People are afraid of somebody stealing their idea, and you're an example, a consistent example of the exact opposite, where you're always sharing, you're always talking, and you're also dealing with folks from across the globe, like people that it's not like you have deep personal relationships, like you're out there building, and consistently. You've put the right pieces together to get success. I guess I could steal this, but I don't have the context you managed to build. I don't have the last, really over a year and a half here invested into the process and the momentum behind the product. So even when the Chinese knockoff comes out, they don't want that. They want the thing that was on Dragon's Den. They want the thing that won the gold medal. They want that, right? So I think I've seen that from you again and again and again.
Well, it's the first to market and the first to, you really have to build up a campaign, a brand. We do have patents on a lot of the products and patent pending on others. So we do go through that step for that protection. But ultimately, you want to get it out there. You want to get the first to market, rather than hide and think that someone's going to steal it. Go out there and talk to people, because I always say if somebody can do it faster, cheaper, and better than you, then you might as well work for them.
So when did you guys do the patent on this one? So when did that logic happen?
So this one was, as soon as we came up with the idea of the two splitting canes and everything, we fired it off to we've got an agent who we work with that did our search, and then before we did our launch at the trade show, and about a month and a half into it. We did the patent pending and got everything going.
So really, before you showed it in a public setting, a trade setting where it could be purchased or viewed publicly, that's when you made the decision. Before that, you patented it.
Yes. Once we get to a point where it's something and we've got a product and it feels like it's something and we have validation from friends and family, then we go through the process. And
is there ever a situation where you patent too early?
No, not unless you're planning to take about 25 years to develop your product. No, it's there is some times where you wish you would have included certain features in a patent, but then it all depends on your patent pending status. You're securing that date.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Once you have a patent pending, you still have the year to add additional items and concepts to your original patent, add and close it off, right?
That's correct. Yeah. It's but you don't want to go and try to get something generic, just patent to have it patented, because then it'll be rejected. You want to go in there with specific details and to just help your case. And it's more for protection. I mean, that's something that we do just to get us to that next level and confident. And on Dragon's Den, if we didn't have a patent or a patent pending status on the cane, then there probably wouldn't have been an investment. So, the things that they look for, can you protect your product and do you have sales? Those are the two key factors. And so we wanted to make sure that we had that before we displayed it anywhere.
So from a validation standpoint, now, not all of us can get on Dragon's Den.
Why not?
I don't know. They don't like any of my ideas, quite frankly. But if we can't get there, how do you go about finding investors or finding money? What's worked in the past for you?
It's always been just designing a good product and being able to sell it. I'm a lousy salesperson, but I always say if I'm backed in the corner, I can sell anything. And so it's just been going out there, and I've been lucky because I haven't had to go out to find investors. They come to me, and so when I'm at the point where I have a product, I built a bit of a reputation where I can call somebody and say, hey, I need a few bucks to move this to the next stage. And they have the confidence that they don't need to go and see all my paperwork and go through all my business plans, just because, they know, it comes from years of experience. So
again, the other thing too is like you mentioned, like there's some pretty big names that you work with here. Why you're not scared these guys are just gonna steal your thing and walk away with it? They got the tool, they got the network, they got. Why do they need you?
They're so busy with they've got everything. That's what keeps them busy. Another thing is reputation is huge in the industry. So when we're talking about some of the dragons, they could steal anything, but they know that you're valuable as a person, as a designer, as the story. Because a product isn't just a product. A product is about the story, and I like to tell the story and the people that are involved. I usually take less credit than most people want to give me for products because it's always a team effort, and so I think that story with a lot of these products, and for me it's about helping the product helping people, but it's a whole community, me giving back to the community giving back to me, and everybody succeeds.
Yeah, I like to think that you're not investing in the product, you're investing in the person, because that person will create more, and that doesn't just scale to physical products. That goes all the way across the board. Whether it's software.
No, and that's great input, and getting back to Mike as well. It's it's the people. So if an investor is looking at just the business model, then it probably won't succeed because an entrepreneur doesn't want another job. An entrepreneur wants a business, and so if an investor is coming on and just giving that entrepreneur a job, chances are that product's not going to succeed.
Well, and you are that example of serial entrepreneur, where it's there's really 10,000 emails for you, addresses that I can find, and every other month it's a new partnership, a new idea, a new concept, and just it's been amazing to see this happen. So congratulations,
thank you very much.
Yet again. Huge thank you for everything you've done for the community. I'm glad we could actually get you in town for once. Looking forward to talking about a number of things in the future. But for now, we'll talk to you later. And again, great seeing you here.
Well, it's good being here, and thanks again for your support. And don't forget the Indiegogo campaign for the TwoCane.
Absolutely, we're gonna do a launch video here in the launch podcast on this whole concept. So if you're listening to this in the past, you should be able to hop onto this channel and check it out. If not, stay tuned. We're going to have a launch kickoff with the TwoCane.